Hello and welcome back to Bachmann Europe HQ as we present our Autumn 2022 British Railway announcements. It's less than 2 weeks since the DMU showcase event where we unveiled our mammoth new Bachmann branch line Class 37 project to the world. And not only were the models unveiled on the day, but we had the first ones released and with Bachmann stockists for you to purchase during the event. Our first example, number 37430 Cumbran, is out now and available from your local Bachmann stockist, so get in touch if Cumbran is one that you'd like to add to your collection. We'll be sharing details of some more 37s with you a little bit later on, but we've got much more than just 37s today, so let's take a look, shall we? The summer months have seen a raft of new Bachmann branch line and Graham Farish models arrive, including many that were announced before we began our British Railway announcements policy. In N scale, these include the highly anticipated Class 319 EMUs, along with the Class 769 bi-mode unit. Since their release, we've discovered that a detail piece has been omitted from one of the bogies on the Network South East and Thameslink 319s, and that one of the vehicles in the Thameslink model features an unprototypical window layout. But don't worry, we're putting both of these right, and we will be issuing replacement parts free of charge as soon as they're ready. So please keep enjoying your models for now, and we will notify you once the parts are here. We just ask that if you purchased either of these items, please keep your proof of purchase, as this will be needed to claim the parts when they're ready. The Class 08s with their new DCC compatible chassis have also arrived with numerous liveries to choose from, and we've managed to fit a speaker and sound decoder into these diminutive models too, allowing each 08 to be offered with sound fitted as well. Our first ever range of N-scale sales area exclusive models has also arrived. Each of this quartet of Class 37s is only available from retailers within a selected geographical area, giving all of our retailers a model which is exclusive to just them and a portion of our many stockists, so that they can offer something unique that's not available from retailers nationwide. For 00 scale, we have seen many popular models return, and for the steam enthusiast this includes the LNY tank, in the eye-catching LNY Line Black and LMS Crimson Lake colour schemes, the GWR 64XX pannier tanks, and examples of the 45XX and 4575 class Prairie tanks. The BR Standard 3MT tank is also back, and this is now available in BR Line Green or weathered black. Our Class 08 diesel shunter is as popular as ever in its BR Black colour scheme, whilst for the more contemporary scene, no fewer than 7 Class 90 electric locomotives have been released, now that our dedicated Class 90 DCC decoders have arrived. Sound-fitted versions of all 7 Class 90s were delivered to our retailers earlier in the year. New rolling stock from Bachmann branch line has included the Conflat wagon, with 4 examples carrying a variety of containers, the MTA open wagon, and 2 more van-wide ventilated vans. Also backed by popular demand are the Pressflow cement wagons and the FNA nuclear flask wagons, the latter being available with either flat floor or sloping floor, whilst the Mark IIF refurbished DBSO has been released in the liveries of Intercity Swallow, Anglia and Network Rail. A limited edition version of the Bachmann branch line Class 90 was launched by the Bachmann Collectors Club earlier this year. This model of number 90028 Sir William McAlpine in DB Cargo Red being produced in partnership with Locomotion Models, the official model shop of the National Railway Museum. The club's sound-fitted model is still available to purchase, and in May we took the opportunity to visit Forley Hill and present Lady Judy McAlpine with one of our Class 90s, a model that pays tribute to her late husband Sir William McAlpine. We were also privileged to be invited by GB Rail Freight to attend the naming of their latest Class 69, number 69005 Eastleigh. Emulating the BR Green livery worn by its namesake Class 33, number 33008, models of this, one of the latest examples to join GBRF's growing fleet of Class 69s, will be produced by Bachmann as part of the Class 69 project, and we'll have more news to share with you about that at a future date. In June, we held our second Bachmann Collectors Club Practically Perfect sale at the Great Central Railway's Quorn and Woodhouse station. During the event, the Bachmann Collectors Club announced 2 new limited edition models, and both are available now. In N scale, the Class 37 diesel locomotive has been produced as number 37501, Teesside Steelmaster, in its eye-catching light blue livery. Whilst for 00, the BR Mark IIF refurbished DBSO is now available in the much requested DRS colour scheme. We start our new announcements for autumn 2022 with Scenecraft and these O-scale models, adding to the increasing number of finely detailed, hand-painted buildings and accessories from Scenecraft for the larger scale. The diesel fuelling point is always a popular item no matter what scale, and we are delighted to offer this model in O for the first time. To accompany this, we have the fuelling point pump house, which itself will sit perfectly alongside the fuel storage tank. Our final O-scale Scenecraft model for now is the office block, another building which could easily fit into a depot scene or find a use away from the railway. Moving down a scale to 00, and we also see the fuel storage tank available once again, complementing the fuelling point pump house that arrived during the summer. For the goods yard, the yard, crane and loading gauge makes a welcome return, whilst the 00 scale offering is completed by a trio of models on the theme of signalling. First is the signalman's token platform, used by the bobby to exchange single line tokens with train crews as they enter or leave their section. This could be ideally sited alongside the brick and timber signal box, which depicts a structure at Hebden Bridge but could be used in a variety of other locations too. Finally, for 00 scale, we have the ARP signal box, portraying one of the boxes that were built during the Second World War and designed to withstand blast damage in the event of a bombing. We start the N-scale offerings from Scenecraft this autumn with several industrial structures in low relief. These include the low relief factory side, which instantly takes you back to the days of Victorian industry, the weatherboarded warehouse, a cement board warehouse, and finally the low relief railway arches, a familiar sight in any town or city through which railways run or once ran. Every industrial estate needs sustenance, and the snack bar provides the perfect solution. Much like Kate's Cob Van, which serves Bachmann employees so well, this snack bar is built into a trailer, so it can be parked on any part of the estate. Housing is the second theme for N-scale this autumn, with these rural workers' cottages offering a quintessential taste of countryside living in Britain. And if your residents are plush enough to be vehicle owners, the flat roof garage will provide the ideal housing for their cherished vehicle. We round off with the low relief municipal reinforced concrete housing, alongside another abode designed to be built quickly and cheaply, the prefabricated house. The all-new Bachmann branch line Class 37 stole the show when we unveiled this colossal project at DMU Showcase less than 2 weeks ago, and the first model to be released was on sale during the event and is available now from Bachmann stockists. This first release depicts a Class 37-4, number 37430 Cumbran in BR large logo blue livery. Fitted with sealed beam marker lights within its plated centre panels and a central lamp bracket at the top of the nose, oval buffers are also present and ETH equipment is fitted. On the roof we can see that the steam heat boiler port has been plated over, and the water tank is now used as a second fuel tank, with a fuel gauge fitted to each tank, one on each side of the loco. The fabricated bogies sport a full house of adornments, with the original speedometer, mileage counter and slow speed control all present. We have more 37s for you today, and we start with Class 37O number 37034 in BR blue livery. Complete with original buffer beam cowls, round oleo buffers and split headcode boxes, the boxes are glazed, behind which a domino is displayed in each. The boiler roof is of riveted construction, employing double rows of rivets, and the boiler port remains open. The bodyside water for the door and steps, however, have been plated, although the original water and fuel tanks are still present, complete with the water filler on the tank. The loco runs on fabricated bogies with original speedo drive and a mileage counter. Next is another 370, number 37043 Loch Lomond, a BR blue large logo machine complete with the West Highland Terrier motif. Again, a split head box loco displaying dominoes behind the glazed boxes. Loch Lomond has had its buffer beam cowling removed and is fitted with oval buffers. The nose is adorned with the round car style headlight. Up top, the boiler roof is of riveted construction using single rows of rivets and with an open boiler port, although the bodyside water filler door and steps have been plated. The original water and fuel tanks are retained, complete with water tank filler, and fabricated bogies are fitted at each end. These are equipped with the original speedo drive and mileage counter. In BR Intercity Main Line livery is Class 37-4 number 37401, Mary Queen of Scots. This refurbished machine sports plated centre head code panels fitted with sealed beam marker lights. High intensity headlights are present along with the top lamp irons, whilst ETH equipment is fitted and the loco carries oval buffers. The fabricated bogies are fitted with original speedo drive and a mileage counter, whilst the water tank has been converted to a fuel tank and its gauges plated over. On the roof we see the twin horns, welded boiler roof and plated boiler port and safety valves. Completing the 37 lineup for now is a third 37-4, this time 37-423 Sir Murray Morrison in the BR Rail Freight Metals sector scheme. The plated head code panels are fitted with sealed beam marker lights with a high intensity headlight below. ETH is fitted and the nose is topped with an NRN aerial. Buffers are of the oval variety. On the welded boiler roof can be seen the plated boiler port and safety valves, whilst the water tank has been converted to a fuel tank and each tank is fitted with a fuel gauge, one each side of the loco. The original speedo drive and mileage counter can be seen mounted on fabricated bogies. As we've already seen, these new 37s are highly detailed indeed, and like all Bachmann models, that detail and fidelity is only enhanced by the exquisite multi-stage livery application, using BR and corporate specification colours, whilst authentic logos, numerals and typefaces are also employed. You'll see all of this in our standard format models, along with features such as directional lights and our dual-fitted speaker system. Fitting a Plux22 DCC decoder opens up a myriad of lighting functions, all controlled independently via the function keys on your DCC controller. An accessory pack is also included with every model, along with etched nameplates and plaques where appropriate. Opt for a sound-fitted model and you can enjoy all the features and details that come as standard, plus a pre-fitted Zemo MS450 DCC sound decoder, which will play authentic sounds via the dual-fitted speaker system. The sound decoder will be loaded with one of our 4 sound projects, replicating the sounds of the locomotive on which our model is based, and what's more, as with all Bachmann models, sounds can be enjoyed on both analog and DCC. For the ultimate experience, why not choose a sound-fitted deluxe model and delight in 2 additional award-winning features. The motorised radiator fan, driven by its own independent motor and controlled by the Zemo MS decoder as part of the sound project, brings another dimension to your model, whilst our top-of-the-range 37s also feature the tinted windscreen glazing, reminiscent of the prototype and first introduced on the award-winning Bachmann branchline Class 47. Moving away from Class 37s, and the Class 101 2-car DMU returns to the branchline range this autumn in BR Blue and Grey livery. Portraying a unit running between Chester and Manchester, this 2-car set carries M prefix running numbers and is also offered with sound fitted. Continuing the DMU theme, and the Class 105 2-car unit will be released in the classic BR Green livery with speed whiskers. Known as the Cravens, owing to the name of their builders, our model depicts an Eastern Region unit operating between Grantham and Lincoln Central, and along with the destination blinds, route indicator boxes are also fitted below the windscreens. The Mark IIF refurbished DBSOs have gone down a storm following their release earlier this year, and we are delighted to fulfil the many requests we've had for more of these stunning models by offering further versions today. This new Intercity Swallow liveried model depicts number 9708, and true to prototype, unlike the previous version, 9708 is bereft of the swallow motif in the central window at the front of the vehicle. Secondly, we have number 9703 in Network Rail Yellow. Again, modelled accurately to prototype, 9703 is finished in a slightly different shade of yellow to our previous release, which depicted 9702. Finally for now, we welcome the return of the HTA Bogie Hopper Wagon. 2 versions are available. Firstly, an original EWS livery, with DB Schenker branding applied and a weathered finish, whilst the second is a pristine version in the bright red livery of DB Schenker. So Steve Purvis from our R&D team has waltzed in to join me now. What you got for us, Steve?
So, not content with releasing the 37 this month as all new tooling, we've actually got some more up our sleeves.
Oh,
so
fantastic.
If we can share that with you now.
Yeah, let's take a look. Well, these are delightful, Steve. What have we got here?
So these are the South Eastern and Chatham Railway 25 tonne goods brake vans. So these were first conceived in 1918 with a prototype van being built. These represent a batch built in 1921 to diagram 1559. Later batches, diagram 1560, which had a different depth of underframe and some slightly different details. But this one is the Pucker South Eastern Chatham Railway version.
And nicknamed the dance halls, I
They
believe?
were, yes, the dance hall brake vans, because of the large capacity or large amount of space in the guards compartment. Later builds of these, after the diagram 1560s, were built by the Southern Region, or Southern Railways it was then, and they were transformed into what was called the pillbox brake van, which we also have in our range, because they thought that the guards accommodation was too big. There's only one of these vans surviving to this diagram, which is diagram 1559. That was at the Whitwell and Reepham Station Museum over in Norfolk.
Okay.
So that was the van we surveyed. There is another van of a later diagram down on the Bluebell, so people will be familiar with the type.
Great. Yeah, I mean, I've certainly seen the dance hall on consumer requests and sort of popularity polls of what people would like to see modelled. Why did we choose it for the Bachmann branch line range?
Well, it's one of those that completes the range, or it's an addition to a range of products that we have. So the C-Class is the perfect companion to this. The C-Class was conceived as a goods engine, so it would have run around with these and some SECR wagons. Also, you know, the rest of the SECR range that we do with the birdcage coaches. And then on obviously into later Southern Region days and BR days, the other Southern stuff that we do.
Well, they look great. Clearly a very detailed model, Steve. I can see we've got the separate wire handrails, nice glazing on the cabin there, a lot of underframe detail, lovely grain boards. What other highlights have you got for us?
So when you take the top off even, you can see inside we've got a representation of the stove and the handbrake wheel. And the table and bench seat as well. So there's some detail under the hood, as it were.
I can imagine being very comfortable.
Which is visible through the end windows, because
Super.
quite large end windows in there.
And we've got the underside detail as well if you turn the model over.
Yeah, so we've got a representation of all the brake gear on there and the various pull rods and actuators, so it's all there.
Lovely. So like with most Bachmann products, we do try to provide a cohesive range of models that would run together rather than just cherry picking a single item that we think might be popular. So like Steve said, great companion to our C-Class and our other Southern Region models in later days, the birdcage coaches. So should we take a look at these four models in a bit more detail, Steve?
I think that's a good idea.
The first example of our new Bachmann branch line dance hall brake van is finished in original South Eastern and Chatham Railway grey livery as goods brake number 11902. Moving on to Southern Railway days, and we have number 55462 in SR Brown livery, complete with its contrasting red ends. For the BR era, there's number S55457 in early BR grey livery, and this model has markings for hither green. Finally, depicting one of the vans granted a second life in departmental use, is number DS55466, which is finished in the BR departmental olive green colour scheme. You still here?
I am still here.
Surely that doesn't mean.
It does.
New tooling?
Might be.
Graham Farish?
Might be.
Wow.
Let's have a look.
So we know that a lot of our N-scale consumers have been waiting patiently to see some brand new tooling from Graham Farish as part of our British Railway announcements process. It's easy to think we've not really been paying much attention to Graham Farish, but that's not really the case, Steve, over the last few years.
No, not at all. And the British Railway announcements is very focused on brand new product and stuff that we've re-engineered in Farish to bring it up to sort of modern standards with more DCC compatibility, sound, lights. There's a lot of investment gone into Farish to improve these models. So things like the 08, who'd have thought we'd have got sound in an 08 a couple of years ago, and the 319, which is all new tooling, but announced under the old regime.
Yeah, and people had a chance to see that through the
cycle
development process.
Yeah. So, like the 158, that is currently working its way through the cycle, and people can see the EPs. But yeah, we haven't announced anything new under the new regime yet.
But today's the day.
It could be.
And we know that people like everything to be a bit new and shiny. That always sets gets the excitement flowing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, should we see what we've got?
Let's have a look.
Did you measure it right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's the highly acclaimed 00 scale class 90, I think you'll find. As part of our internal range planning that we do, we look at products that we've got in the Farish range that we can make bigger, and we look at products in the branch line range that we can make smaller.
And that doesn't apply to everything, does it? It's not going to be a case of everything we ever do in one scale will appear in the other scale and vice versa. Some projects just don't always stack up from one scale like they do another.
And that's it. While the ranges are similar, the market is slightly different. So something that might work, like you say, in 00 might not work in N and vice versa. So,
but the class 90, I mean, that's a stunning model in 00. We've had a lot of consumer requests to do it in N.
It must be one of the most requested models in N.
Something that Graham Farish produced many years ago in their original days.
In the pool days,
And something we've obviously produced in N scale using that tooling. But what we're doing here is starting from scratch.
This is an all-new model, and we've been looking at it for a little while. The results to be seen.
Certainly is, and obviously our British Railway announcement policy is to unveil products when they're within around 3 months of release. Gone slightly ahead of that with the Farish Class 90.
Yeah, we have. We don't like breaking the policy, but for this we felt that we needed to make an exception.
Yeah, so we've got the Engage show just around the corner, which is obviously the highlight of the N modeller's calendar. And what can they see if they go to the show, Steve?
Well, you can see one of these.
Wow. Graham Farish Class 90, everybody. In production now?
Yes, and on track for delivery during Q4.
Great, so really just maybe a month or two outside of the usual window. But we felt it was important to show you all these stunning models in the flesh during the Engage show, and obviously events afterwards as well.
And that's it, you can come and see these and ask us questions and find out more about the models in the run-up to buying one.
Well, that's a colourful selection, Steve.
There's quite a range, isn't there?
Yeah, so what have we got on the Graham Farish Class 90 in terms of the features and technical specification?
So, everything that you come to expect from a Farish model. So we've got a cordless motor, we've got a Next 18 decoder interface, all-wheel drive, all-wheel pickup, factory fitted speaker, cab lights, and correct representation of the lights on the ends as well.
So directional lights too.
Yeah.
How about the pantograph? That's obviously a little work of art there.
So that's a scale representation of a standard Bretnell Willis pantograph. It's fully posable. We didn't opt for a sprung pantograph on this one because there was nowhere to sight the springs without really destroying the look of the model. Yeah. So we've gone for a fully posable pantograph.
And the components are so small, aren't they?
So the added benefit is there's less visible on the roof.
Yeah, parts that shouldn't be
that
there.
Shouldn't be there.
Everything that's there is right.
Yeah.
And it really looks the part. So we've got the lighting features, we've got the pre-fitted speaker. Does that mean there's going to be a sound-fitted option, Steve?
Yep, you'll be able to buy each one of these with or without sound, and the sound on these will be on an ESU decoder.
Okay.
We've leaned on the very successful sound project for the Class 90 in 00, and we're going to use that same project in N, obviously tweaked to run with the cordless motor.
Great. Well, I think people want to see a little bit more about these 5 models we're launching today. Yeah. Before that, is there anything else you want to share with us, or is that 3 new tooling projects? Is that enough for this quarter?
I think that'll do for me.
Yeah.
I'll probably pop back another quarter and see if we've got some more stuff for you.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us and sharing these exciting new models with us.
Yeah.
We'll get into the details of these now. We are delighted to present the all-new Class 90 electric locomotive from Graham Farish, and this stunning machine will be available initially in BR Intercity Swallow livery as number 90005, named Financial Times. Like most of these initial releases, Financial Times features clipped buffers, a common feature for a Class 90 allocated to passenger work, along with rubbing plates and buckeye couplings. As we've already seen, each of the new 90s from Graham Farish is available with sound fitted as well. Our next offering is number 90037 in BR Rail Freight Distribution Sector. Although allocated to rail freight, this too has clip buffers, rubbing plates and buckeyes. The vibrant Rail Express Systems livery is worn very well by number 90019 Penny Black, whilst the second red machine comes in the form of number 90004 City of Glasgow, this time carrying the red and black livery of Virgin Trains. Completing the lineup is number 90047 in the eye-catching orange, black and yellow of Freightliner GNW. Being a freight loco, squared freight buffers are fitted along with screw-link couplings. We have some exciting news for the Steam Modeller 2 this autumn, as the Midland Railway 3835 class, better known as the 4F, is the latest N-scale model from Graham Farish to receive the sound fitted treatment. With an X18 DCC decoder interface and speaker fitted inside the tender, the three models previously announced and arriving this autumn will benefit from these enhancements, alongside which we are delighted to offer sound fitted versions of each. In LMS livery is number 4057. Paired with a Fowler tender, this loco retains its Midland Railway numerals on the tender and has LMS plaques fitted to the cabs on either side. For the early nationalisation era is number 43892, again coupled to a Fowler tender, on the side of which the wording British Railways has been applied. Our third and final model is number 43931 in BR Black with Lake Crest. This too runs with a Fowler tender and benefits from a weathered finish. The new Class 08s from Graham Farish have proven immensely popular with their DCC compatibility and sound fitted options, and we have two further models for you today. Number 08833 is named Liverpool Street Pilot and carries the stunning and unique Great Eastern Railway blue livery with red lining, BR early emblem and Cockney Sparrow motif. For modellers of the current scene, it's hard to resist number 08785 in the striking orange, black and yellow of Freightliner G&W. Another Class 37 for you now, and this time we have 370 number 37032 Mirage in its Rail Freight red stripe livery. The split head codes fitted to this loco have been plated over and fitted with marker lights, whilst the model is complete with an authentic weathered finish. Our final main range item from Graham Farish this autumn is this 50th anniversary collector's pack. Marking 50 years of N-scale models from Graham Farish, this pack features Class 60 number 60002 Graham Farish, the locomotive that was kindly named by our friends at GBRF to mark this momentous occasion, and this is presented in a wooden case complete with replica nameplate, pin badge and a certificate of authenticity. To coincide with the 25th anniversary of the Bachmann Collectors Club, each pack will also include a £35 club voucher, redeemable by club members on their next purchase from the Bachmann Collectors Club or by new members against their initial membership fee. Taking advantage of the recent upgrades to the Graham Farish Class 60, which includes a X18 DCC decoder socket, pre-fitted speaker and the addition of cab lights, this special collector's pack is also available with a sound-fitted Class 60 alongside the standard format model. We conclude our Graham Farish offering with a second round of N-scale sales area exclusive models. Following the quartet of Class 37s announced in the summer, we now have 4 08s for you to seek out via retailers in each of the respective geographical areas. Utilising the full potential of the Graham Farish 08, each model is available in standard format or with sound fitted. First we have number 08908 in East Midlands Trains livery, available from retailers in South Yorkshire and Humberside, the East Midlands and the East of England. This colourful model will make a striking addition to any collection. Next is number 08761 in BR Provincial livery. A locomotive that operated in Scotland, it's no surprise that this model is exclusive to retailers in Scotland, the North East and North West of England and North Yorkshire. For the West Midlands, Wales, Ireland, the Isle of Man and counties including Buckinghamshire and Berkshire, we have number 601 Spectre in its retro LMS black livery. Our final model depicts Class 09 number 09006. Finished in mainline freight livery, this example is available from retailers in the south of England. For details of the specific areas from which each model is available, please check the Bachmann website, and if you are unsure, check with your local Bachmann retailer to see which model they are stocking. Well, that rounds up our main range releases for autumn 2022. We hope you'll agree there's quite a selection there, but we do have some exciting news from the Bachmann Collectors Club. First of all, the annual Members Day is returning for the first time since 2019, and then secondly, we also have some additional limited edition models to unveil for the Bachmann Collectors Club, all of which are in stock now and ready to purchase. The annual Members Day returns for 2022, and we can't wait to welcome members of the Bachmann Collectors Club to the Dean Forest Railway. As always, this event is free for club members and will include train travel, behind the scenes tours, a packed lunch and more. We'll also be announcing some new club limited edition models, and these will be available to purchase on the day. Free tickets are limited to one per member and available on a first come first served basis. Details of how to book will be published in the Autumn Bachmann Times magazine, which is on its way to members now. It's been a busy period for limited edition models from the Bachmann Collectors Club, with 2 models launched during our Practically Perfect sale in June. In N scale, the Class 37 is now available as number 37501 Teesside Steelmaster in its eye-catching light blue livery, whilst for 00 the BR Mark IIF refurbished DBSO in DRS livery is in stock and available now. To coincide with the announcement of the all-new Branchline Class 37, we launched our club-exclusive 374, number 37422 Cardiff Canton, in the beautiful EWS livery at the DMU showcase, and this model has proven particularly popular in all formats. Standard, sound-fitted, and sound-fitted deluxe models can all be ordered directly from the Collectors Club now. We have another trio of club models to tell you about today, and we start with the Graham Farish Class 101 DMU, which is now available in 3-car format, carrying the bold orange and black livery of Strathclyde Transport. Synonymous with passenger services in Scotland from the 1980s onwards, our model carries blinds for Glasgow and Dunblane. The 3-car unit is available in both standard format and with sound fitted, the latter offering excellent value for money as it is pre-fitted with 2 Zemo DCC decoders, 1 sound and 1 non-sound to operate the lights in the driving trailer vehicle. Like all sound-fitted models, this too will operate and play sounds on analogue control as well as DCC straight out of the box. Following the launch of the 00 scale JPA bogie cement wagons earlier this year, we have further club exclusive models for you this autumn, utilising tooling previously developed for the Bachmann Branchline range. The IPA double-deck car transporter twins turned heads when first released by Bachmann Branchline, and these models feature an unprecedented level of detail and decoration, comprising hundreds of separate parts and with liveries that feature countless logos and print applications. Despite their high fidelity, like all Bachmann products, these models are built to be durable, allowing you to run and enjoy them on your layout without any fear of taking them out of the box. The long and intricate production process for these hand-assembled models now means that the IPAs are expensive wagons to produce. So much so that to proceed with a further production run to be sold by our valued retail partners would not be commercially viable due to the high retail price that would result from the increased production costs. Instead, by offering these beautiful models directly to Bachmann Collectors Club members, we are once again able to deliver this highly desirable product whilst ensuring it remains attainable by our cherished club members. With 2 packs available, you can choose a pair of car transporter wagons in pristine STVA grey, a livery not previously offered by Bachmann Branchline, or in STVA red with an authentic weathered finish. In stock now, these and all other club exclusive models and limited editions can be ordered online by visiting the Bachmann Collectors Club website where you can place your order. Or if you're not already a member, you can join online and start enjoying the many benefits of club membership straight away. So there we have it, another raft of exciting new products to look forward to, including brand new tooling in both N and 00 scale. We look forward to meeting many of our Bachmann Collectors Club members at the annual Members Day at the start of September, And then shortly after we'll be at the Engage show, where you can take a look at the all new Graham Farish Class 90s for yourself. With many of these new items sure to be popular, don't delay in contacting your local Bachmann stockist to place your orders. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to ensure you don't miss out on our next product announcements. Until next time, goodbye.